Hello and welcome to Thursday. First things first, we got the fajitas done. Came out wonderful. Here's a picture of that beautifully seared chicken. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about something, well, if you saw the thumbnail and the title, probably know. So, this morning started off as any morning does, and I woke up and was watching something in the morning, and they were talking about cake. And the frosting for the cake had Earl Grey tea as one of the ingredients, or Earl Grey as one of the ingredients. And I had been thinking about something for months and months and years. And that would be Earl Grey infused vodka. So I've heard about infusing vodka and maybe gin as well, specifically with Earl Grey. Essentially, you take some Earl Grey tea, you put it in some vodka, let it sit for an amount of time, strain it off, and you have Earl Grey vodka. So, when I went to the store to pick up some fajita ingredients, I bought myself a box of Earl Grey tea packets. And then I came home, realized that we did not have a bottle of vodka that I could use, cooked the fajitas, and then went to the liquor store, picked up a handle of vodka, and now here we are. So this is what a typical handle of vodka looks like. This is 1.5 liters specifically, and I picked up this from the liquor store, and then after looking it up, then I came home, then I realized something. I didn't know what Earl Grey tasted like. So I decided to do something different. If you're familiar with me, which I hope you are, I don't drink anything except alcoholic beverages and water. Water is typically the only thing I will ever drink unless I'm having... No, water is the only thing I will drink. It's like if I go to a restaurant, if I go anywhere, it's always water. Unless I'm ordering a beverage with alcohol in it, then I'll have maybe soda as a mixer, but that's a rare occasion. I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink juice, I don't drink soda. Last time I had anything other than water would have been 5 years ago. Around this time, I had a cup of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and for whatever reason my stomach was in shambles that day. I don't know if it was the coffee, or if the caffeine, or if it was the dairy. I just decided to quit cold turkey for a little bit and just let my stomach settle. So I had some water for that, and then the world suddenly changed. And then I just was drinking water only because there was no real need for me to have coffee or any other beverage, and then I just kind of stuck with it. Haven't really had anything since, but I figured, well, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. So I said I was gonna brew myself a cup of Earl Grey tea, which I did. It was a cup of tea. I had a sip and realized the taste and was like, well, we're already this far, so let's figure out how to properly infuse this vodka. So I looked up what the ideal ratios were, and it was for every 3 ounces of vodka, you should use 1 tea bag, roughly, according to what I've found online. Some places say to use half that, so like 6 ounces, to 1 tea bag, but semantics. Most places say 3 ounces to 1. There's some other ratios you can probably follow, but I think close is 3 ounces to 1 tea bag. Most places advise using loose leaf Earl Grey tea, which I'm not going to go find loose leaf tea if I can just use a tea bag. It should be pretty much the same, and this is an experiment. We're having fun. So I keep looking at it. I'm like, my hair is just not that's fine. Mark is still there, by the way, I think. So I calculate how many ounces are in a bottle, a 1.75 liter bottle. Turns out it is 61, roughly. Which, the box I got had 20, and I used up 1. So we were left with 19, which, well, what are you going to do? So I figure, what the heck, let's use all 19. Unfortunately, I only have a 1 liter container that is suitable for this kind of experiment, so I was not able to do all the vodka at the same time, but that means we get a batch right now. And here we are. So it turns out that you need to steep this for about 2 hours is what's suggested. I've seen places say 2 to 5 hours, but 2 hours is the recommended. So that's what I did. Well, I did 3 hours. I put them in my little jar, put the tea bags in, and then just let them soak there for 3 hours after. And then a little bit of agitation here and there, shaking it up just every now and then to get things going. And now we have this. The other half of this bottle is in the jar at the moment, and there's no tea in it right now because I'll do that tomorrow. But now we have some Earl Grey infused vodka. This is much darker than the original state, which is perfectly clear, and it almost looks like rum. Like if I get this bottle of Kraken, it's basically the same color. If I hold this up to the light, will I see? Yeah, you could see that this one is more brown, but it is dark. Maybe a bottle of cognac. No, it's not as clear as the cognac. Well, it is clear. It's just between the color of Hennessy, which is off screen, and the Kraken. Super unique flavor and a fun experiment. I will try this out tomorrow and some drinks, and we'll go from there. But for now, I think that's where I might call things for today. I'll eventually have a companion piece down below in the description for when that comes out, but we'll talk more about that in the future. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then,